I might recommend some stuff like over time as I look at gameplay. You know, like if you need ball control, it might be twos. Nice. All right, well, apologies for the late start. Fine. Well, I don't know if you were able to focus on some of the stuff I covered last week. Always each week builds, all right? Sometimes we have to spend a little bit longer on certain things. Also, I will find something new for you this week. I mean, generally speaking, I'm still just need a little bit more ball control. Like that. Like it's literally touch, another touch. Like it's not air dribble or do any crazy mechanics. You just need some sort of follow-up touch control. This is Diamond 3 Champ 1. Very good. Because like, so Will, this is your play style. Like, Will, you are an aggressive player by heart, naturally. And it's always like, how do we build on that? And you could build on it by literally like focusing like the positive things on how to be more aggressive, how to make those aggressive elements better. And that's kind of like doing something with our touches. Also, like mixing in defensive elements to become more well-rounded. So like you could tackle it 2 different ways. Biggest thing that's bugging me is just more impact with our touches. Nice try. Like, that's the aggression. I seriously think we need a low 50. I've said that like a million times, but just a defensive low 50. I feel like that's a great extension for some of our challenges. When I say a low 50, this is what I mean. There's a ball right here. Someone's challenging you. You're challenging, right? And you want the ball to kill. You want it to stay here. Sounds simple. That will do wonders to your playstyle because you are aggressive, and then all of a sudden you mix in a low 50. The best way that I like to think about it is push versus pull when teaching players. So if you think about a dunk, if there's a ball right here and you dunk it, right, you're pushing it. With a low 50, you are pulling it, meaning you are pulling the opponent into you. All right, instead of dunking it and pushing it, you are pulling. That is such a big extension for your playstyle. Really a small extension that will make a big impact. I promise you. Keep playing fast, keep playing aggressive. But with control, it's going to start with the low 50. All right, step 1. Step 2, follow-up touch control. Like that play I showed before. I'm not looking for air dribbles or flicks or any mechanics out of you yet. All I want is a touch and a follow-up touch that you could actually follow-up touch the ball, meaning you kept the first touch close, or you beat a player and you get a follow-up touch or a follow-up 50. Low 50, follow-up touch control. Literally every time you play the ball, try to get 2 touches. That is the goal. Number 3, if we don't get either of those options, and obviously a shot or a dunk is an option too, like that's what we have already. I want you to focus on beating players. So if you cannot 50 the ball, if you cannot control the ball, you are trying to beat a player, take a player out of the game. Meaning, use this play for an example. You're up, and you're able to throw this ball over here, or hit it hard enough over their head that you're not controlling it, but you're taking someone out of the game. Those are 3 things. Keep dunking, keep being aggressive, play the low 50 as an extension, try to get 2 touches every time you touch the ball, and if you can't do either, you're trying to take a player out of the game. And to build on that last part, a really good habit to get into is hitting the ball into open space. So instead of hitting this ball right back, you're just hitting it this way, or hitting it this way, or hitting it back there. right? So you're putting the ball into open space because what that does is it allows you to follow up the ball yourself, or it allows your teammate to follow it up and get a 50. It's basically like a throwaway touch to open space, and you're telling your teammates, hey, go chase it. It's a really good habit to get into. So those are like 4 intro things that we need to work on, plus build on what we talked about last week. And the reason I'm talking about this, you're an annoying player. Like, that's the aggression, right? Like, you are an annoying player. So all of this stuff builds on the annoyance. You see how easy you just give this ball right back to. And all 4 of those points are very straightforward, man. Super, like, easy applications. Like, you're going for this ball right here. Your mind is, I'm going to play this ball. I'm either going to 50 it, low 50 if someone's attacking me, or I'm going to get a touch and another touch. Or you're beating a player, or you're throwing it to open space. So we do. So it's like, right? Like, and you can't play perfect, but like those 4 options, I'm telling you, you treat those like success. If you get one of those options, you made a successful play. Everything builds. Fine. Everything builds, because there's like a lot more that we could talk about, like backboard defense and demos, but like really we just need to get a little bit more individual solo play impact, where you see how like that's a pass and like your teammate can fight for it. I want to get out of that mindset. I want to get out of a shot mindset or a pass mindset. It's more of a control mindset. I always talk about 50s here, but if you want to start learning how to control the ball, you need to learn how to 50. Good fake. Good patience. We have a nice balance. I like those fakes. Good. That's a productive. I almost wanted to curse. That is a productive play. I'm trying not to curse as much. Super productive. Think about the 4 priorities. The one of them you hit was beating a defender / hitting it into open space. And we might actually get the 3rd one, which is keeping this close enough that we can follow up touch, follow up 50. So that would be 3 out of the 4. Like this, see what happens. Follow up, follow up, follow up. And we almost got the follow up 50, right? So that was, but still a super productive play. So like thinking about those 4 priorities, how can we get all 4? Up, beat, open space, and somehow have the recovery launch us forward, right? We're going sideways. That's why we just didn't boost through the touch, which is fine. Don't want to get specific, but like this was a really good play. Like I want more of this where like, if we're going to throw away the ball, we're not just going to throw away the ball. If you could hit all 4 of those, 25, 20, 15% of the time you're able to hit one of those, that immediately raises your on-ball impact. We just beat a player. We kept it close. We kept it open space. Good play. Good. And like this will be the last example. Think about that 50, right? So like the push-pull, you are pushing the player. We are attacking the player, but instead of attacking, think about pulling the player in, like I mentioned, and you're trying to kill this ball. It would just be a great extension for gameplay, learning a low 50. Nice try. I mean, make this play better, right? Like, I know you're shooting, but you're taking a half-court shot. I always make the joke, played basketball growing up, if you take a half-court shot, you're getting benched. Make this better, throw this to the corner, throw it to open space so that you could recover, get the corner boost, and follow it up. Not bad, though.